Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna go back through these model predictions again today. Pretty good day yesterday. As far as money lines go, the model was 27 and 7 on college basketball money lines. It did get all of the high confidence tiers. It struggled on the medium confidence. It went 4 of 8 there, and then it went 15 of 18 on the low confidence. So 79% on money lines on the day, and can't complain about that. NBA went a perfect 8 and 8 yesterday. Did get all of the money lines perfect. It did flip to Phoenix on this day 7 for the bottom one. That game looked like it was going to be Phoenix most of the game, and then Toronto came back and won it at the end. So model picks ended up going 8 of 8. The day 7 picks ended up going 7 and 1. NHL was a little rough, but the Kings came out, scored 3 goals in the first period. Then they only won 3-2. Edmonton was up 2-0 with 8 minutes left in the game, gave up 2 goals and lost in overtime. So while the outcome wasn't what we wanted, those games just were kind of crazy games. 3 goals in the first period was a lot, and to give up a 2-0 lead with 8 minutes left is not what any team should be doing. So on the spreads and totals for college, this is ordered. No, it's not. We'll get it ordered here by the score. So ordered by the score, the model did pick most of the correct ones at the top. Started to get a lot of red down in the middle, and the bottom was decent for that being the least confident picks of it. Now on these picks here, it will take whatever the model is predicting, and it goes off of those lines. It's not trying to pick the best line. It's going off of whatever the model has already predicted. So if the model is wrong, then the spread is going to be wrong. So they are correlated, the model predictions plus these. If you want to see them just based on the teams, I think that's how I had it first. This will be ordered from uh, alphabetized on the away team. So you can see it by game. Obviously, got both of those in the game, missed both of those, got both of those in the game. So it seems like a lot of the games are either being right or wrong now, as far as both correct, both wrong. Before it seemed like a lot of them, before the tournament started, it seemed like a lot of them were 1 and 1. So it seems like it's doing pretty well. It's got some misses, and that's to be expected. So on the spreads and totals, it did go 14 and 16, so only 40% on spreads with 2 pushes. On the totals, it did better. It did go 17 and 15, so it got to 53% on the totals yesterday. On the games for today, we do have 22 college, we have 7 NBA, there are 14 NHL again. Most of these college games are going to just be the 1 day predictions. These aren't ordered highest confidence to lowest confidence, but these down here, part of the reason these are at the bottom is just because they aren't zero right here. All the others are zero because the scores didn't change because there's only 1 day. The scores did change because it has multiple days of predictions. Ivy League boys don't play on school nights, so they had to wait from weekend to weekend, so we have the full week on those. This one, it did actually start at 57 lean, and it's gone up to the low 60s, back to 60 today. So that one's grown on Harvard a little bit since the start of the week. On Yale, it's actually gone towards Cornell. It did start at a 65 lean, and it's gone down to mid to upper 50s. So it's getting closer on the Cornell score. The main thing there is that Cornell's just being predicted to score more. Their score's gone up 2 points over the course of the week, where Yale's has gone down 1 point. So it's shrunk by a few points throughout the week. Harvard started 66 on Penn and about 70 on them, and it stayed about there. Penn's dropped off a point. So the rest of these, just 1 day. So these will all be zero. It just automatically makes the confidence correlated to only the lean. But those are the college games for today. Like I said, there are 22 of them. If you want to see the spreads and the totals, this will be in order. These are the picks right here in order of the score, the composite score. So 20, this is one of the highest ones that I've seen on here. So the over in that game, the model is liking that quite a bit. It's liking the Duke spread, and is liking the under in the Cornell and Yale game. And then if you keep going down, it goes lower confidence by the model. If you want to sort it easier to find, this will be alphabetically by the away team. It'll make it a little quicker for you. So we got the California Baptist Utah Valley at the top, going down, and then all the way we have Wisconsin, Michigan at the bottom. And if you look at these, the top pick, so the Wisconsin 12.5, the Duke -8, UMBC -3.5, it will still be the highest score of the model. So if you want the highest pick of the game, it will still be the top one. But as we saw earlier, it seems like if it's getting the game correct, it's getting both picks right more often. So try to find something where you like both picks, and that's the way that I would probably go. That would be where I would be trusting the model the most. If you want NBA games, we do have them here. Again, ordered confidence highest to lowest. We have Boston, Atlanta as the high confidence, the Clippers and San Antonio as medium confidence, and then Miami, Philly, and LA as low confidence. This LA game did flip to Denver a couple of days ago, and the Philly game even flipped to Brooklyn. So surprising to see that a little bit. Obviously, keep an eye on injury reports. Philly's been really banged up. I think those guys are all still out. So if that's the case, and if Porter Jr. plays for Brooklyn and everything, maybe Brooklyn can pull that out, but I wouldn't have a lot of faith in that. This Miami Orlando game has been flipping back and forth, so it's still a higher confidence than these two bottom ones, but it has gone Miami Orlando, Miami Orlando, Miami for the last 5 days. So not a whole lot of confidence in those. I would probably, unless you have a good read, I wouldn't really necessarily trust the model strictly on these bottom three just because of all of the flips and the way they've been going. The Charlotte one, it's flipped San Antonio and it stayed San Antonio the whole week after the flip. So as long as the injury report looks good there, I would probably trust that San Antonio. Charlotte hasn't looked quite as good on the road. Not on this road trip, at least. Earlier in the season, they did. So, and then the top one stayed all week long: Clippers, Atlanta, and Boston. So the model is pretty confident on those. On the NHL, there are quite a few games today. There are 14. So it's ordered highest confidence to lowest confidence. The high confidence will be Ottawa down to New Jersey. The three medium will be the Islanders down to Vancouver. And then the Rangers down to Vegas will be the lowest confidence picks of the game. As you can see, a lot of these games do have flips in them. Calgary flipped to the Islanders on day 3, has stayed there the whole week. The Vancouver Seattle game has been flipping. Uh, Vancouver's won a few games recently. Seattle was definitely the better team before the Olympic break. So I don't know if I would trust that game too much. Seattle should be the better team in my opinion. Vancouver was terrible earlier in the season, but they are at home, so you never know. And then these ones only flipped once, twice, or once, so they have flipped, but nothing too big. This one actually has flipped a few times, so I need to check that calculation on that. But yeah, that's the all the hockey ones. Again, the highest confidence at the top is the Ottawa game. Washington, San Jose, Buffalo. None of those did flip. So those are the ones I would look into first, at least, see if you like any of those. If you have any questions, you can go ahead, let me know again, see if I can get back to you, and good luck.